This year marks the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Chinese People's War of Resistance against the Japanese aggression and the 80th anniversary of Taiwan's restoration to China. This significant historical juncture compels sober reflection on the historical culpability Japan bears toward the Chinese people concerning the Taiwan question. From the time it occupied Taiwan in 1895, Japan forced a ruthless colonial rule on the island for half a century. The atrocities committed by Japan in this period constitute one of the darkest chapters in Taiwan's history. The colonial administration established a de facto autocracy, institutionalizing an all-pervasive police network that monitored and controlled nearly every aspect of life across the island. The fundamental rights of the Taiwan residents were systematically stripped away under this regime. Their colonization was also characterized by systematic economic exploitation. One of Japan's primary objectives was the plunder of the island's resources, transforming Taiwan into an investment base, a source of raw materials, and a protected market for Japanese goods. It imposed a monopoly, designating Japanese conglomerates to control the production and trade of key local products such as camphor, tobacco, tea, and salt, thereby extracting exorbitant profits. Japan forcibly seized fertile farmland from local farmers to secure colonial revenue. Rice and sugarcane emerged as Taiwan's two most significant agricultural exports to Japan, but the diversion of the majority of the rice harvest frequently caused severe food shortages on the island. The sugarcane industry was similarly exploited, with farmers compelled to sell over 90% of their annual production exclusively to Japanese enterprises at extremely low prices. Beyond economic extraction, Japan implemented a coercive policy of colonial assimilation, attempting to eradicate the influence of Chinese culture at its very roots. This policy included prohibiting Taiwan residents from using their Chinese names, compelling them instead to adopt Japanese-style names under police coercion. In a desperate act of militarism, Japan conscripted hundreds of thousands of the island's youth for its aggressions in the Second World War. Incomplete statistics show the total number of Taiwan residents massacred during Japan's 50-year colonial rule exceeded 600,000. It's against this backdrop of historical fact and international obligation that Japan's recent political conduct must be judged. At this sensitive historical moment, rather than reflect upon its criminal history and learn from its bitter lessons, Japan's Prime Minister Takaichi has instead made egregious remarks concerning Taiwan with hostility. Such actions constitute a profound attempt to intervene in China's internal affairs, negate the achievements of the victory in the War of Resistance, and fundamentally challenge the post-war international order, which was established in part to address the very aggression Japan perpetrated. The Taiwan question concerns China's core interests and the national sentiments of all Chinese people. Should Japan fail to immediately rectify its errors and retract these erroneous remarks, it must bear all the consequences.